Jimmy is saying it. You may hear him. Down goes Frazier.
Hey, how's everybody doing? It's Jerry from the Neutral Corner. I want to welcome everybody aboard. I hope everybody enjoyed the extra day off if you got one. I hope you did. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you all for joining into the Neutral Corner. Tonight, we got a guest on, and it's fun. It's a little mix. We're going to talk about an event Aaron Bernato's got going on at Bernato's Boxing with Justin Rakowski. They're teaming up. They're coming up with an event. I know it's going to be a little different this year. It's called the Boo Bash, and it's going to be a little different. We'll talk about that. We'll get into all that stuff. But we got another guest. We got another guest to come on, and I'm excited about this guest because I hear good things about him in the amateur world, and he feels it's time to take it to the next level. And everyone here at the Neutral Corner wishes him the best, and we will be following him through his journey, and we'll have him on again where we can just talk about his boxing career and where it's helped him outside the ring and inside the ring. Maybe get a little insight about that tonight while we have him. But let me tell you a little bit. 7-time amateur champion Axel Lopez making his professional boxing debut for the Nolan Bros Boxing Promotion November 22nd. And I'm going to tell you where it's going to be. It's going to be Oceanside Event Center in Revere, Mass. We're going to want to check out Axel as he makes his professional boxing debut. And look, let me tell you something. And he's got himself with a good team. We're going to talk to him about that also, on how he's getting ready for this November 22nd bout without giving us too much information. But yeah, so we're going to welcome on Aaron Bernato, Axel Lopez, and Justin Rakowski. Come on, guys. Let's get the show on the road.
What's going on,
everybody?
Jack?
How's everybody doing?
How's it going?
What's going on, Jack?
How's everybody? Good, so I can hear everybody. Aaron, I love the shirt, Aaron. I love the shirt, baby.
Represent, baby. Represent.
I appreciate that, man. So on your right, my left, is that Axel?
This is Axel Lopez.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, and you?
Good. So glad to have you on the show. We're gonna get into your bout coming up, and we're gonna get into a little bit about boxing with you. But first, I want to touch on the Boo Bash, and I know Justin and Aaron got this going on. I got an idea of, from what I'm reading, it's going to be a little different this year. Aaron, do you want Justin? Who wants to take? And we're going to talk a little bit about the Boo Bash coming up at Bernato's Boxing.
Yeah, I'll start it off, and then I'll let Justin.
I was going to say you can take it first because of the 26th is mainly your USA event. So
yeah, I'll let you guys know, kind of like, well, Justin already knows, but for everybody at home, we're doing a little bit different this year, and then I'll let Justin Justin started the whole thing and the history of it. So basically, this is the 4th installment of the Boo Bash, and we're doing kind of a cool thing this year. We're just coming off the Battleship tournament, and it was a big success, and 4 weeks, and it was a lot. So what we're going to do this year is we're going to do a 2-day event, and the CYO Hall, thanks to Justin and his sponsors and, all the people that, donate and help out and all the hard work he does. The CYO Hall is going to be decorated from head to toe. We're going to have Halloween walkthroughs and stuff. And what we're going to do the first night is Saturday, October 26th. We're going to, piggyback off of, the Boo Bash. We're going to do a USA Boxing sanctioned event. Wow. And so October 26th will be a USA Boxing affiliated sanctioned fight night. There's a lot of confusion because usually the Boo Bash is kind of just like a Halloween walkthrough and a party. We're doing a little bit different this year. October 26th, Saturday, okay? Doors open at 5 p.m., first bout at 6 p.m. We are doing a USA Boxing sanctioned event, Olympic-style boxing. I'm looking to have close to 20 matchups, some of the best fighters all across New England, and kids 14 and under, as long as they have a costume, they'll get in for free.
Wow.
Okay, so free admission for the kids. We'll do like a little costume thing for them, maybe the best costume. I'm even trying to think of maybe doing a coach's costume contest. We'll see. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun time. I think some of the officials will dress up, and we're just gonna do an awesome fun night like we always do, and probably about 6 to 10 p.m. And that's October 26th, a Saturday night. And then the following day, the Sunday, we're gonna do an afternoon, 12 to 4 p.m. And then that's gonna be kind of the heart of the Boo Bash. That will be a completely free event for all ages, a community event. We'll have, some food there. Justin will have his Halloween walkthroughs. We'll have a bunch of different vendors and small businesses there, kind of showing what they do, doing stuff for the kids, face painting, whatever, etc. And we're also going to do some boxing displays that day. So we might have some guys in the ring moving around, doing some, some sparring exhibitions. We might be doing, we're going to do some mittwork exhibitions, some displays, all within the team, and kind of just show what we do on the day-to-day at Bernardo's Boxing. That's kind of Bernardo's Boxing's vendor table, is that ring that'll be in the middle of the CYO hall. So yeah, so pretty cool. So I'll hand it over to Justin.
No, and before you take it, Justin, right? So it's going to be a fun night. It's going to be family friendly. It's going to be dressed up. But those bouts you're going to see are sanctioned by USA.
Oh yes, the Saturday night is a live event.
So it's an event like that, and I want
absolutely.
I really want to touch on that. So go ahead, Justin. You can finish.
Yeah. So basically, Coach touched on a lot of it, but that's where we're at with it. We wanted to do something a little different. Last year when we did it, we added a little. Coach brought in a few of the guys, did some light sparring, some mitt work, and the kids loved it. Like, the kids didn't care about the vendors, they didn't care about the trick or treat candy. The kids' eyes were glued to the ring. They were glued. Coach came up, a couple of guys came up in costume, spotting as Batman and a few other characters. It was unbelievable. So seeing that aspect out, me and Coach were talking, and we're like, imagine like it being set up and it be actually a competitive USA boxing event. And I'm like, Coach, we can pull this off. If we do the boxing on the one day with USA Boxing, and then we just flip it to the Boo Bash, it's just a matter of switching out the chairs for vendor tables and getting the arts and crafts. But the ring's the main attraction, and it's right there at our home, right there at Bernardo's Boxing inside the CYO. So there's like really no better partnership right there to doing both back-to-back days. And you know how Coach likes to do it. It's either go big or go home. Like, he don't give us no break. So we got a big name, and we got to just go out there and put on a great event. And this time we're going to go back-to-back and put on 2 great events.
Absolutely. And I just want to say I thank both you guys, because what you do for the community, and not just for the city of Fall River, because we have other kids coming in from all around our community, and it's an inviting thing, and I appreciate that, and I thank you for that. And you're doing it all through the boxing, and I love that. How Bernardo's Boxing is a straight boxing gym, multiple amateur champions, multiple professional fighters, a lot going on, big, huge events. And to take time to do a Halloween event for your community, your host community, as the CYO is Fall River, Massachusetts, I think it's great. One question: if on the 26th, when you're doing the mitt work with some people, now let's just say a little kid wanted to put a glove on and give it a try. Are they going to have an opportunity to do that?
On the 27th,
on the 27th.
On the 27th, and that's going to be the Sunday.
Yep, the Sunday. Yeah,
and like
Sunday.
All right. Yeah, because I think when you get, go ahead, Justin.
I'm sorry, but Coach could touch on that. But like last year, he set up. Had a few of our kids from the youth empowerment, from the youth initiative program there. They did some work, but then there was other kids. Like I said, their attention went to the ring. Coach welcomed them all into the ring. Obviously, the kids loved it. He had at one point probably had 50 little kids chasing him around the ring. So yeah, he took his time, worked with the kids, just like if they were part of our program. We were signing up kids for the youth initiative program at Bernardo's Boxing also that day. So Samantha was there. She had information for the community. We had different vendors that had their information for the community for their youth initiative program. So it's a great time, Jerry. You know what I mean? It's just a great day.
Absolutely. And I know you're very involved with the community and the youth of your community, and I think that's important. We all need to, give back to our community that we will grow in and that we love and we live in. I think it's a great thing. So I just want to let everybody know I went to the Boo Bash with my grandchildren. It was an amazing time. Met so many amazing people, and the grandkids had a ball running around. I think Aaron was dressed up as Batman at the time. If anybody follows Bonato's boxing or follows Aaron on Facebook, Aaron is I've never even asked him. I'm just gonna come out and say it. He's a huge Halloween dude. I don't care because I see him get all excited. Hey, he gets
Coach
all
loves his
excited
marble.
I love Halloween. Me and my wife were Halloween freaks.
Yeah.
And now that I have 4 kids, like dressing up with them and going to all the Halloween events, that's what's so cool about what we're doing. You know what I mean? That's why I'm so passionate about it, and like meeting Justin and getting closer to him, and having him help out around. It's just a good partnership because he's passionate about it too. He does a great job with the decorations, and he loves the youth, and bringing the two together. It's funny. My youngest son, Lawton, he's 2 years old. Justin got really busy with work for a while, so he wasn't able to come around as much. And then when he started coming back around, Lawton saw him and he looked at Justin and says, "That's the Halloween guy." So like that's awesome. Like, you know what I mean? He's having an impact on the young kids too, and it's just an awesome thing for them. And it's like 2 of my favorite things: boxing, Halloween. You put it together. Like I said, it'll be 2 different tones. Even though I will say, like October 26th on the USA Fight Night that we do, it'll be a little bit lighter tone than shows we've done in the past. Like I think you're going to see some officials having some costumes, maybe some coaches. There'll be kids there dressed up. It's going to be very, very, kid driven. But there's going to be some legitimate amateur boxing going on at the same time.
Right.
And it's an awesome event too. And I want to give it, because we're in tournament season. So I want to give a few shout outs. I want to thank Stephen Clark and Alex Sepulveda for allowing me to do this show that we're so passionate about on October 26th, when they already have so many other amazing shows going on. So the Nolan brothers, where Axel's going to be making his professional debut, they're also amateur boxing promoters and some of the best around. I look up to them. And Matt and Mark Nolan, they're brothers, obviously, and they put on amazing shows, and they actually have the New England Championships now. So they run that tournament, and that's happening this October. So October 5th at Waltham High, and then the finals are going to be October 12th at Melrose Memorial Hall. They're running the New England Championship. So this will be something to do between, after the New England Championships and before the Marciano that Mike Capiello runs that. I'm actually helping Mike run that this year. This show's smack in the middle of both of those. And, shout out to our president, Alex, and our chief of officials, Stephen Clark. Like, they want to keep the kids busy. Like, that's one of the biggest things that we talked about. Like, we have a national team right now going to Puerto Rico. And now we're confident sending these teams to Puerto Rico. And, like, we got another national team, which I'm hoping we'll have one of our open class guys on that team going to Canada towards the end of October. We're confident sending these fighters and these teams from New England to these national tournaments now and bring some hardware home and bring these W's home because the kids are so active now. And that's what it's all about. Like I always tell these guys, it's not about the wins, not about the losses. Every loss is a learning experience. You either win or you learn, and we're just racking up that experience and getting better and better and better. And now, because of all these shows we're doing a lot better now in New England with that.
Absolutely, and you're getting a lot more involved, a lot more youth involved in boxing, which is good. I think Alex has done an amazing job as president of USA Boxing New England, and let's give it up for those officials. You guys see, this is the thing, right? And this is why I had to cancel because I had things come up last. But I want to get was it Stephen Clark?
Yeah, chief of officials, Stephen Clark. Yep.
Yeah, I want to get him, Alex, on because they're not just referees. That's what we see him as when we go to an event. Ref, this guy judging it. But they're more than that. They're more than that, right? So
I'll
give you a chance. They're more than that. They get involved with the gym. They want to make sure the amateurs are safe. That's the number one thing is safety. Ain't nobody getting rich off amateur. You know what I mean? And letting them learn the sport of boxing because it's a process, man. It's a process. You have to enjoy the process as much as you want to enjoy the prize, and that prize is becoming a professional and that aspect of it. But it's about making them go through the process the proper way and make sure they're being trained properly. That they know the basics of boxing, throw the jab, they know footwork, they know head movement, they know how to cut. These little things that take so much, and these officials from USA Boxing do so much. And I want to ask them, like, what do they look for in a fighter? What do they look for in a gym to be able to help them out to get safer too? And that's what they do. They're more than referee and judges that you see. They're actually helping out in communities as you had just Aaron just touched on, helping on putting these events on. So there's a lot more that goes on. Justin, I know you want to talk about it, so I'm going to let you take it and go ahead. Can you hear me?
Oh, did we lose him?
He froze.
Mate?
He froze.
I didn't know if we were talking about producer Justin.
No. We will. I'll. No.
Oh, we don't talk to him. We don't talk to him during the show.
No.
But yeah, I mean, as far as
You
the
guys
USA
don't
boxing,
talk to me during the show. Nobody talks to me during the show.
There he is. Come on.
I just hang out in the back and watch. Nobody's talking to me.
come out, Justin, come out and play. This is a fun show. We're still talking about the community side of it.
I love it.
But
and I know I'm cutting you off as I just asked you to spoke, but we were talking about the USA officials, and they're more than officials. They're more than the judging and the officiating and all that stuff. They're more than that. And I know you work well with them, and you have a lot of contacts with them. So go ahead. I know you wanted to say something about it.
Yeah, I mean, technically the contacts is through the gym and being there with Coach Aaron and helping run his events. And it's just like anything else, any other event. I'm big into events. So it's the communication, it's being in more or less anything. It's having a great team behind you. And the USA boxing officials, oh my God, they're on point, to the point. They have everything, every T crossed, every I dotted. They come in with their game plan, and like basically it's just a well-oiled machine. They've done it so many times. They're constant professionals. Stephen and Tom Clark are there hours before weigh-in if needed. I mean, the Battleship, both of them were there hours before, set up, ready to weigh in. Patty also, like, I don't want to leave anybody out, but it's just their team is unbelievable, and to even have a slight chance to work with them and see the professionalism that they work with, it just inspires me, obviously, to try to run our little shows better, knowing we have to live up to their expectation too, because at the end of the day, they're the chief officiating staff. So without them, there's no event. So there's no boxing show.
I always tell people that, like, you know, I do a show, you know, Nolan Brothers do a show, Capiel does a show. It's our show, but once it's actually fight day, it's their show. You know what I mean? Like, we kind of have to adhere to them, and not really adhere to them. We work together. You know what I mean? So once USA Boxing comes in, we work together. You know, we communicate. Like Justin said, communication is huge, and that's one thing that we do an amazing job with them is we communicate with them so well. Everything just runs so smoothly. You know what I mean? Like the Battleship, that's not an easy thing to pull off. And like we did 23 fights, before 11 o'clock, starting at 6:30. Weigh-ins, 23 fighters, like it's crazy. More than that, double it. You know what I mean? You double it. It's crazy the amount of fighters there, and just everything. And I wouldn't be able to do it without them and my team and Justin and Bobby Tebow and all those guys and everything. Just running fighters, making sure people are good downstairs. It's crazy.
You're right. It is crazy, Aaron. And it's a lot of work because, they're traveling around also to these different events. I know they were in another event just recently. I've seen pictures online.
Yep.
Kelly took pictures. She does an amazing job with her pictures. Look, they're not coming and taking over your show. That's not what they're coming to do.
No, they're enhancing it. They're helping us. They're working with us. And
they come lead the way.
Successful.
Right. And their most important thing is the safety of the amateur boxer, the safety, the following the rules. And when we talk about boxing and we talk about high school boxing, which I do so much, and doing it USA style, having USA boxing involved and making high school boxing a sport. Now, I'm not saying your freshman year, you're in the ring, you're not touching nobody. You're probably going to throw a million jabs your freshman year. And Aaron will tell you, you're not. Maybe you're end of your sophomore year, the beginning of your junior year. Now you're sparring so you can compete in your senior year of high school. You can compete against other high schools, Brockton, New Bedford, and have this state championship, if you will, with the amateur boxing through high school. I think it'd be a huge event.
I don't want to give away too much.
I know you're already working with the schools,
but I'm working on it. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm not in competition with the gym, nor the coaches, trainers, anything. I march to the beat of my own drum. I'm doing my own thing. If you want to be a part of this team, we'll welcome you with open arms. If you don't, that's on you. And best of luck to you in your endeavors. But we're doing some special things over at Bernardo's Boxing. We're inside the Fall River CYO. It's a legendary building. It's a building that has so much rich history. Our education program, I want to touch on this real quick. We have an after-school program. My sister-in-law, Kensington Mativier, who's actually Axel's girlfriend.
Hey, I
Yeah.
thought that face looked familiar.
Yes. So that's how I met this young man. And she is a paraprofessional, and she does an amazing job with the kids. An absolutely amazing job with the kids. She started running our after-school program last year when we got involved with Education Come First, and she's been working tirelessly, endless hours. I mean, she even wants to go. We're at a family cookout today, and she wants to go. She wants to go to the gym more than me today and set up her classroom and keep fixing it up. And
Wow.
we're gonna do a walkthrough and pictures and everything. When the classroom's done, it's coming out. I'm so proud of it. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of it. It's an unbelievable thing. So that's going to start October 1st. And right now we have, I think we're pretty much filled up, but if any spots open back up, we're going to put it out there. And we want the community, and it's completely free to all youth, not just Fall River youth, all youth. Okay. We're using this funding in the right way. And we want these kids to come and get tutoring, read some books, get confident, meet other kids, have a safe haven to go after school.
Education through boxing. I love it, brother, man.
Yeah, that's what we want. You know what I mean? So we're trying to do something different. We're trying to give back to the community the best we can. And, we're doing a really a good job doing it. I also want to give a shout out to one of our other teachers, Diane Aldrich, who's a client of mine, which she runs the special education department over at the Westport Middle School. And that's another thing we're doing over at Bernardo Boxing. We're working with a lot of these students, that have autism and Asperger's and muscle atrophies and all different ailments. And they're not. I say they're not really ailments, because these kids are unbelievable. These kids are so strong. These kids are so motivated. They're unbelievable. Like, you look at them and you do a boxing class with them, and I do the pads with them, and you just look at them and you say, well, I think I can do anything. You know what I mean? Like, I think anything's possible. And we're also offering a program for those kids as well.
Wow.
So we have our Everybody Can Punch program, which we do twice a month. So, those kids, if you have, bring them over, text me. My phone number is pretty much everywhere. It's pretty much public knowledge at this point. Message me on Bernardo Boxing on Facebook, Bernardo Boxing on Instagram. Shoot me a DM. If you have, a child with, some special needs that, needs some extra attention, and, maybe they are a little bit nervous to do the after-school program we have right now, or our weekly boxing classes, and they want to get involved with Everyone Can Punch, hit us up. I'll let you know the days that they're coming down, and we'll get them down. We'll get them involved. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that can be
Aaron,
a great segue.
I don't know if you got flyers, but all that information you're talking about, if there's a way you can get me that information, I want to be part of that and help out in any way I can on the communications, talking with people, getting the word out there and things like that. Because look, man, I think it's great. And we talk about high school boxing, we talk about all this stuff, but boxing can give these young kids that quality of life where they're actually getting and they're moving. I suggest anybody that's listening, and I want to give a shout out to all the pages that are allowing me now. It's growing and growing to be able to share my show in. But go over to Bernardo's Boxing or even Aaron Bernardo on Facebook and scroll through, and you're going to see some videos where he works with the special needs students and things like that. And I'm going to tell you, man, it's an amazing thing to see what Bernardo's Boxing is doing through education and all that stuff. And you kind of
the best thing on the
together.
planet. Yeah, I have a lot of family members that fall into that category, and I seen how hard, like, certain family members have worked with their children and struggles they've gone through and feats they've made, and I'm so proud of it. You know what I mean? So I know I'm doing right by them. I know I'm doing right by myself, by my family, by doing those things. And I'm not trying to preach like I'm Gandhi or something.
No, you don't even sound like that.
What we're doing is right.
That's why you're doing it. You can't, Aaron.
What we're doing is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
absolutely. When you can
I
lay your head
grow
down and sleep, who cares what anybody says?
Yeah, and I want to grow it, and I want to get it to a certain point where, maybe everybody knows about it. You know what I mean? And maybe we can open up more and do more. So Yeah, it's an awesome thing, and I want to thank Education Comes First and the Fall Youth Initiative for being a part of my journey and allowing me to be able to provide these things to these families and these children in need. It's just an amazing outlet for them, and
Absolutely.
I love it to
Absolutely.
death. So and Justin does a great job. Justin's back and helping out with the youth program now, and he works with all the kids too, and yeah, it's
He's got
great.
some good ideas too.
It's been a
He's
great
got
thing. It's
some
been a
good
great thing.
ideas. Justin's been doing this a long time. I've known Justin a while, and he's always helped out where he can. And I think he's found a home now where he's able to be himself and help out and do things he wants. And he's got some great ideas. Always helped out the community in the best way he knew. I think you guys make a great team. I just
Wait
want
till
to bring it
Christmas.
right
Just
back.
wait till Christmas. I'm a Christmas freak too.
Oh, I listen. I love Christmas, man. But look, all right, we got that. We touched on so much. So October 26th,
He's saying Christmas. Samantha's getting a frying pan ready for him.
You give me the evil eye right
So,
now.
I just want to bring it back in if we could touch real quick. The Boo Bash, October 26th to 27th to 26th is going to be USA officiated boxing events. Is a free event.
So that's not a free event. So
Okay.
we are charging ticket prices for adults and children over the age of 14. So the ticket price is on. I think we're doing $40. But that's all seating, balcony, front row, back row, whatever it is. So we're just doing one flat price. But children under the age of 14, 14 and under, and as long as they have a costume on, they're gonna get them for free. So we're kind of evening it out that way, and that's gonna be our one of our last big USA shows until we do the Battle Belt again next year. Just to kind of keep everybody busy during the fall season, in between the tournaments. And a big thing, like we've talked about before, is like not all these kids are tournament fighters. Not all these kids are ready to enter into the Golden Gloves or the Marciano or the Battle Belt or the King of the Ring for 3-4 weeks. They're not ready for that. But what they are ready for is a club show where they can be matched accordingly. We're going to have some developmental bouts, which USA Boxing does, where they're non-judged. Two kids, I think it's under 6 fights, and two kids can work with each other, same weight class, same experience level. So we're going to do a few of those fights as well. Yeah, so we're going to make it work for everybody. We're going to have those kind of fights. We're going to have some high level, guys who fought in the nationals before on the card. We're going to have everything, a little bit of everything, and that is Saturday night, October 26th. Ticket prices are on the poster that you guys shared. If you guys want to throw it up there whenever.
Yeah.
Kids under 14 with a costume, they got to dress up.
Yeah.
So that's October 26th.
That one's there, the 27th.
That's the 27th. Yeah, so this right here. Yeah, so this right here. So the 27th. The 27th will be completely free. So that's the 26th right here. You can see right in the corner, right there in the top left corner. Those are the ticket prices. Kids underneath free. We have the USA Boxing logo there. So any coaches that are watching this, send me your lists. Okay, I've already gotten, I think I already have like 12, 15 bouts made. I'd like to make a little bit over 20 because we always lose bouts. I want to make it an exciting night. So coaches, send me your lists. I'm not doing a registration or anything for this. It's just a club event. So send me your list. I'll get them matched. I'll get them matched accordingly. We'll have a great time. And it's going to be awesome. And then October 27th, 12 to 4 p.m., our free community event, Halloween walkthrough, kids free, adults free. Come in. Justin, we're going to do pizza, right? Are we doing food?
Yeah, always pizza. One of my biggest things growing up, Jerry, was going to some of these events as kids. And what was better than being able to get a free slice of pizza? So, yeah, we'll definitely get some pizza for the kids. And
Yeah, so we'll have pizza.
And adults. We all...
Justin, how do you go about getting that pizza? Are you working with somebody? You got to pay for that?
I mean, we do work. This year we'll probably we'll go with Domino's like we normally do for the club shows at the CYO.
And
fortunately, my brother Dave, for the last 3 years, hopefully this year also, wink, wink, he'll be donating. So through Network Communication Solutions, well, he donates the pizza usually for us for the event to take a little bit of stress off of us.
Yeah.
So, but with that, we're always
money to have events.
And people don't realize that.
It costs money.
And people don't realize
and I'll
that,
say
Jerry,
this too. We're actively looking for sponsors. So I haven't made my sponsor sheet yet. But if anybody wants to sponsor, we are a nonprofit organization. I've had a lot of parents come up to me recently and say, like, hey, like, can we donate to you? And I say, yeah, if you'd like. You know what I mean? Like, you're training my kid for free. Like, he's doing better in school. He's doing this and that. He's making friends. He can't stop talking about this place. Like, can I give you something? I'm like, At the end of the day, we're a 501c3. We're a nonprofit organization. Anybody that wants to donate to us, I don't have a donate button on my website. I don't have a donate button on
Yeah.
my Facebook. We don't do GoFundMe's. I don't go searching, reaching for it. But anybody that is willing to donate, yeah, we accept it. You know what I mean? Bernardo's Boxing, Charitable Foundation Incorporated. We're always, willing to accept donations, and it's highly appreciated. It all goes back to the kids. It goes back to the building. Like I said, I mean, if I wasn't in that building, it probably wouldn't be there. So the fact that we're in there, keeping it alive, and basically making it, it's become another youth center for the kids. You know what I mean? And
Much needed.
kids,
Very, I mean,
kids, and some adults
I
even.
mean,
We
look,
got.
yeah, I'll let you
Yeah,
finish
I mean,
your
we got
thought.
guys in there boxing, guys playing basketball, pickup games, and it's keeping people off the streets. It's keeping people in there. It's a good vibe. It's family oriented. Kids are running around and we're putting in quality work, and we're keeping everybody
They don't want to
safe.
leave.
They don't want to leave.
They
It's
don't
gonna
want to
be,
leave the gym after class. You're thinking, I'm
yeah,
tired. I want to break. You know what I mean? These kids are running me up. I'm not a kid. I'm still young. I consider myself young, but I'm not no kid anymore. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I need a break. And they're like, Justin, come on. We're going to go play dodgeball. Come on. Let's go back upstairs. Let's run upstairs. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. They love it. They love it. It's such a great atmosphere. And like Coach was just saying, not to cut him off, the building probably wouldn't be. We cannot let this become another Bank Street Armory or a building in dire need. Where Coach got it and he's there. He's got it active, and that's what I was going to say. Where we can always use sponsors, we can always use donations. He's a nonprofit organization. Any time of the day, we could use something because we're always doing something for the community. So, like
Yeah.
he said, his number's everywhere. My number's basically everywhere. I can share it if needed, but I don't think it is. Go through Coach, go through Bernardo's Boxing, and any donations are definitely needed. Let's not let the CYO become one of these other buildings that people are saying, oh, I remember that building did. Oh, that building was. No, that building is, and we're making a comeback. And with these programs and everything going on, now if we get the right grant money, we can make this building back to a beautiful building.
I've made it my life's work, and anybody that doesn't want to see it for any reasons, or they're mad because they're not in there or whatever, or maybe why does Aaron have it? Listen, if that's your mentality, shame on you, because all we're doing is right by the community. All we're doing is right by our youth. I've made it my life's mission. And when I say this, I don't take it lightly. I've made it my life's mission. Hear that correctly. My life's mission to make sure that building does not go under. That building does not become any kind of apartment, housing, anything like that. That building is going to stay an event center, community center for our youth. I've made it my life's mission, and I mean that so wholeheartedly. I can't even express it enough. Like, I want to crawl out of my skin. That's how bad I mean it. Okay. And I want everybody to know this, and whether you love me, whether you hate me, whatever it is, I'm not letting anything happen to that building. Okay. I'm guarding it with my life. I'm taking care of it. I'll do anything to make sure that building stays where it is in its form, and continues to provide to the youth like it's doing today.
Yeah, and look, Aaron, you need to send me like some paper with your 501 sleeve so I can share it, and we gotta definitely get you some sponsors and people to help out. You're a 501c3. I don't see why not. You do a great look. Follow Bernardo's Boxing. You want to see how active the gym is? You want to see how active it is? We could sit here for hours and tell you how busy Bernardo's Boxing is. But let me do you this. Go on Facebook, go over to Bernardo's Boxing, check out the videos, check out the pictures. He's got a couple of rings in there. His kids hitting back. There's always something going on. There's kid classes, adult classes. I mean, it's a gym within our community, and I think Fall River is a great city. If you get out and explore the great city of Fall River, you too will see its greatness. But you got to get out and explore it. This is just another treasure that we have, and within this historic building, right here in the great city of Fall River, Massachusetts, Bernardo Boxing, giving so much back to the community and doing for the community and his team. Now, look, these things aren't cheap and they're not free, but they're providing free programs with grants, and they can always use help and sponsors. And we need to get out there and show our love for what they're doing and for the sport of boxing itself. what they do and the respect because boxing and I know we say fights and we say fighters, but they're boxers and they're athletes
An
and
Olympic
they
sport.
train. So yeah, absolutely get out, check them out. Aaron and I, he's gonna give me some stuff. I want to promote more of Bonato's Boxing at the CYO Legendary Building, Boo Bash, October 26th, October 27th. Neutral Corner will have all that information up as Bonato's Boxing and Justin and Aaron. The information's there. It's going to be on the Neutral Corner. It'll be on Fall River pages. It will be there. Explore.
Shout out to the Fall River Experience. Unbelievable page. Some of these other Fall River pages, aren't really showing the love. But shout out to Fall River Experience, always showing love, always out there. Follow them. They do amazing
I
work.
think I'm following Fall River Experience, but yeah,
Yeah, he always shows you love too. So.
Yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
Fall River. Yes, it is.
He's one positive page right there. He's always sharing positive stuff about the city. He doesn't discriminate. He shares everybody's stuff. It doesn't matter who it is. Definitely a great
Shout
Fall River
out to
page
Aaron
to
at Fall
follow.
River
If people ain't
Experience.
following the
Me and
Fall
him
River
go way back,
Experience,
so, yeah,
definitely
shout out
pick
to
up your phone and follow them also.
All right, man. Huge shout out for Fall River Experience. Give their page a like, a follow, and you'll get all the information on what's going on in the great city of Fall River and surrounding areas. Again, guys, thank you so much. Boo Bash, we're going to touch on it again as we get closer because we are only in September. But as we get closer, we're going to have Aaron and Justin on again to talk about it and maybe have some of the other gyms that are going to be involved, doing a great thing for the community. And not only that, you're bringing people into our community, which is also a huge thing. I want to give you guys a huge shout out for that. Thank you so much, Justin and Aaron. We will be again touching on the Boo Bash, but I got to get
future
in
of New
touch.
England boxing. It's the future of New
I
England
want to
boxing.
start. I want to talk about 7-time amateur champion Axel Lopez making his professional boxing debut for the Nolan Brothers Boxing Promotions November 22nd. It's going to be held at the Oceanside Event Center in Revere, Mass. Axel, how are you, man? How are you feeling right now? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. Same as any other fight. You know how it is.
Yeah. So you got your first fight coming up. I know you're training. You got to know a little bit of something about your guy. How you feel? Give me a little. I don't know if it's your first professional debut, but what's going through your mind? What are you preparing for?
I mean, every day, prepare for anything, regardless. In and out the ring, we always working. Yeah, just ready for anything, honestly.
We don't have.
Yeah, you got Daniel Menavine saying, "Let's go, Alex Lopez." You got Alex, his brother, Justin, doing great stuff for the community in the gym. Bonato Boxing
Thank you, guys.
Takeover. They can take it over. So Axel, let me ask you, when did you start boxing?
It's about to be 3 years since I've been boxing with Aaron.
So did you box before that or no?
Not really. Here and there, I never really took it seriously, but since I met Aaron, I've took it seriously since.
So about 3 years.
Yeah, I've always had a thing for like boxing, martial arts, but mostly just boxing. For some reason, it's just I don't know. I don't know.
So tell me, you just said something that really caught my attention. You said you started taking boxing serious when you met Coach Aaron. What is it about Aaron, and what kind of energy does he bring for you to take boxing more seriously?
Everything, honestly. He pushed me. He pushed me to the limits where I never really thought I had. A lot of discipline, honestly, like self-discipline. He's taught me a lot throughout the journey that I've been with him, honestly.
Yeah, I think boxing could be a life-changing event for you, and
Yeah.
you're going pro. Who are some of your bigger inspirations?
In the boxing world,
Not just in life.
Never really had inspiration. It was more of just doing what I love and sticking to it. Like just living life. You know what I mean?
Biggest inspiration in boxing, then?
Biggest inspiration in boxing, honestly, I don't really have an inspiration. It's more
Yourself.
of
Yourself.
yeah, exactly. I have, it's more of myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if I could push myself through, certain obstacles and things like that, then why not? You know.
Yeah, absolutely. And being a seven-time amateur champion, I'm sure you fought the top-notch fighters in your career.
For
Matthew
sure.
Nolan's on, says very, very excited for his debut. So we'll give Matthew Nolan a shout out. Um,
And Mark.
Appreciate you guys.
yeah, and
Yeah, the
Mark.
Nolan brothers are great, constant professionals.
For
Absolutely.
sure.
Oh, that's Matthew Nolan.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, Matt
I'd
and
love to
Mark
have.
are Matt and Mark are some of the biggest. They're some of the best amateur and professional trainers in New England, and they're the biggest up and coming promoters right now in New England. So it's going to be a pleasure to have Axel, fight for them. We fought a bunch. Axel's fought some Nolan Brothers guys, and they've, Matt and Mark are so excited to have him. Axel has a real pro style, even though, Axel's last fight for the Battle Belt Championship was against a kid with like maybe 70 amateur fights, multiple time national champion over in Quebec, and Axel dropped a 3-2 split decision that could have gone either way. His skill right now, it's really top notch. He's beaten a really good crop of fighters around here in New England, and just his style, his pace, and I think having Axel in an 8-ounce glove is going to be scary.
Yeah.
I think
It's gonna be crazy.
I think the pros is going to serve him really well.
He's already excited.
No,
He's already.
for
So
sure.
during your
Like,
amateur. Yeah,
for me, I feel like it's gonna be a different feeling. Like I feel like it's gonna be more of a purpose. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just going in there to just win a medal or for anything like that. I feel like it's more of a purpose when you go.
Getting paid, baby.
Yeah, like
it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's Axel. It's a lifestyle now. It's not about trophies. And listen, look, it's a whole different world. And some professional fighters say when they've made their professional debut that they felt free when they didn't have to fight with the headgear on.
Yeah.
Right. So now it's a profession. This is where you're going in to make a living, and you have to take that disciplinary that you've learned in your amateur career into your professional career and work that much harder to stay disciplined, because now this is your job. This is your career. You want to build on this. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
who are some of your tougher fighters in the amateurs that gave you some tough fights? Let's give some of them amateurs a shout out.
Yeah, I like to give a shout out to my last opponent, Omar. He's from Quebec. I'll give a shout out to him. I like to give a shout out to who else? Drew Yeadon. Also him. He was one of the first people I fought like twice. I've won against him, but he was a good opponent, very respectful. What's his name? Who? Jezreel.
There's so many.
Shout out to Jezreel.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
He was one of the first opponents I've lost to.
Anthony Rodriguez and the King of the Ring.
Yeah, Anthony Rodriguez. Also, shout out to Anthony Rodriguez. Anthony Rodriguez, he was a very tough opponent, but, he pushed me through those limits that I never really thought I had. And since then, I just been pushing through.
Yeah, that was a big fight. Like, that was the first time Axel had to, go through adversity. We came out with the split decision win, and then he won the King of the Ring title. At a weight class he shouldn't have been at, 165 pounds, but that was like a blood and guts fight, and Anthony always brings it. So
yeah.
Axel got pushed to his limits there, and yeah, it was crazy, and he found out he had a lot of heart there and could dig down, and not just because he's kind of defensively, he's kind of a savant. He has unbelievable eyes. You know what I mean? Like his head movement. I've had multiple USA officials come up to me afterwards, and they're like, "I don't think raindrops could touch that kid." Like literally, like that's a quote from a USA official. Like, I don't think raindrops could touch that kid. So he had to get in there. He had to get hit. He had to fight back. And Axel's won divisional titles at 165 pounds, 156 pounds, 147 pounds, and all the way down to 139 pounds. So it's unbelievable. Michael Rivera, another great fighter that we beat at Winter Warfare last year.
But I just, I just want to bring it back. We say he went through some adversity. I think you learn a lot about yourself and what type of fighter you are when you come up. And I talk about this all the time, and I will continue to talk about it all the time. Being a boxer and you go through some adversity, you're going to learn something about yourself. You're going to learn something about yourself you never knew you had. That's what you're going to learn. And I think when you go up against adversity, you go up against something you didn't plan for, it just happens, and you fight through that, I think that makes you a better fighter mentally tougher fighter, which I think is important. We don't talk about the mental side of boxing enough.
For sure.
I think mental toughness is a huge part in boxing. It's huge. But to go up against adversity and go up against some tough fighters and learn a lot about yourself, and now you're going into the professional career. I think you put yourself around a good team. You're ready. You're excited.
Yeah, Axel
I
went.
hear good things about him in the amateurs too.
Yeah, Axel went 9-0 his first 9 fights, which isn't easy to do, and it's not really heard of nowadays.
Right.
And, he dropped his first L to that, Jezreel Sims in the Marciano finals, and he became a better fighter after that. He became a much better fighter after that. And I told him after that loss, like, obviously it sucked, and it was different. And I said, listen, man, like, you're gonna grow from this. And I mean, now this kid does road work. Like, we go on. He's my family. He's my brother-in-law. He's like my brother, And he dates my sister-in-law. He takes good care of her, and I love him. And we go on these family trips, and this guy's running. I'm over there eating pancakes. And I'm going out to breakfast, and this guy's doing freaking road work. But he's dedicated now. He knows what it's like to lose.
Yeah, I catch him all over the city. Wherever I'm driving, I'll drive by. I'll say, there goes the champ. There goes the champ. There he is. I pull up on him.
Puts in the work.
But not only that, Jerry, he's making his big announcement today. But I don't know if you noticed, but he's one of the head trainers of the youth program too. So he's not only doing all of this, he's one of the lead coaches. You know what I mean? He's actually teaching me a lot
Good job,
as a coach, because that's not one of my side is not an actual boxer. So I actually look up to this kid. So I just wanted to give him a quick shout out for that too. Him, Dan, Alex, Bobby, they're boxers that are in there giving up their time to help these kids also. So not only is Axel about to make his pro debut, he's spending 2 to 6 days a week in the gym because of the one-on-ones now. So now he's doing one-on-ones with kids as part of the youth class, but every Tuesday and Wednesday, basically running the youth class with Coach Aaron. So this kid's doing big, impressive things right now. I'm very, very proud of him.
Coach Tony, who we have, who's one of our pros, he's helping run a company right now. He's got an amazing job, and I mean, when Tony started, like I talked about it before, he started from he's doing boxing full time and just running around. He's just a wild man, and he's a family man. He's married. He's got beautiful kids, and now he's running a company. So, he comes in for his own training, but he hasn't been able to help with the youth as much anymore. So, and then me being so busy with all my clients and everything, Axel's the only other person in the past probably 6-7 years of running my business that I have appointed as a trainer. And Axel runs all of my youth. So any youth that I can't do, he runs their personal training. If I'm not there, he's second in charge for the classes. And he's been doing an amazing job with it. You know what I mean? He's been doing an amazing job. He was able to help me with, Connor Simon's last fight in preparation for that at the battle belt. And yeah, so he's been doing
all
this
and training for a professional debut. Hey, Axel, that's awesome, man. That just says a lot about the type of person you are. And look,
and to fill Coach Tony's shoes is big.
Axel, I want to have you on again. Definitely want to have you on. We could spend the whole show talking about you and Aaron and your boxing journey and where you want to go from here. Obviously, your professional fight coming up, and we all know now that this is time to take it serious now, right? There's no days off. There's
no days off.
Birthday parties. You're gonna miss birthday parties. You're gonna miss cookouts. But if this is something that you want to set yourself up for the future, you need to go 120, man. You need to submerge yourself. Just like a baby getting baptized and they submerge him in the water. You need to submerge yourself in boxing. Eat, sleep, everything has to be boxing and build that mind. And I think you got I never say good luck to any boxer, because luck has absolutely zero to do with winning or losing a fight. Luck's got nothing to do with it at all. It's preparation meeting opportunity. And Axel, I think you're well prepared for this opportunity. Take advantage of it. Surround yourself with good people in the Nolan brothers, Aaron Bernardo and Justin, and continue to stay humble and work with the young people in the gym. That alone, my friend, is going to take you where you want to go.
Appreciate it, Jerry.
Okay? So thank you so much for coming on the show. Aaron, as you fade into the night like Batman or something, I don't know. Thanks for coming on, Justin. Also, anything else you guys want to touch? No, absolutely. We're great to have you. And so, again, gentlemen, thanks so much for being on the Neutral Corner and always supporting the Neutral Corner. I really appreciate that. And if there's anything the Neutral Corner can do for you guys, we're right there. Again, thanks guys for coming on.
Thanks,
Thank
sir.
you, Derek.
So look, I mean, Bonato's Boxing is doing a lot within the community, and I love it. And there are other gyms that are doing a lot in our community. Also, would love to have them on. Reach out to me. Love to have you guys on to talk about what you got going on in your gym and the programs you got going on in your gym, and we would love to support you. So I continue to say this all the time: the Neutral Corner is a place where you have a platform to promote your gym, to promote the programs in your gym, and promote the fighters in your gym. That's what we are. And we want to interview your fighters, local amateur fighters, pro fighters. We want to interview them and be able to have them have a place where they can come on and tell their story, their journey through boxing, how boxing's helped them outside the ring and in life, as much as it's helped them in the ring, and be able to create that balance, that yin yang, if you will. I think it's important. I think what Bonato's Boxing is doing in the community of Fall River is great at offering all those services, even with the Westport Middle School Everybody Can Punch program. I think it's great, and that's what we need. As I always talk about, and will continue to talk about, high school boxing. I really feel in my heart that it would make a huge difference in attendance, with kids being good in school. It would help with bullying, and we can get into that. I don't mean we'll teach somebody boxing so they can go beat up their bully. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about building tough kids. Tough kids. When I say tough kids, I don't mean they go beat kids up. Tough mentally, confident, and be able to handle these worlds that we're living in today, and the schoolwork and the pressure of all that, and be confident in themselves. That's what boxing does. We see programs now like Everybody Can Punch program that Bonato Boxing's doing. We see Parkinson's, what Paul Iannuzzi's doing with Brooklyn, Connecticut Boxing, Rude Dog Boxing, working with Parkinson's patients. There's a lot that boxing can do to help. And I really believe in my true heart that boxing would be a great high school sport. I really believe that. I would love, again, to sit down with people that could possibly make that happen. As you've heard with Aaron, Aaron's working on that. I've been talking about high school boxing and how I would like to see it run. We have to do it. USA sanctioned, USA guided, Olympic style boxing. We're going to need the USA Boxing to help us with this program. We could start it as an after school pilot program and see where it grows and see where it takes us. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to see that it's going to become a huge event, and people are going to want to get involved, and people are going to want to be active. We're promoting confidence, right? We're promoting discipline. We're promoting healthy habits. This is what we want our young kids to be doing instead of doing this. They can actually be in a gym learning boxing. And with the school program that Aaron has with his sister-in-law, we just interviewed her boyfriend that's having his first professional debut boxing match coming up, and she's teaching in there, and he's involved with another teacher out of Westport Middle School, and it's great to see that all come together. And the only thing that comes from that is positiveness. We hear it so many times how boxing saved so many lives. If you go back and you talk to Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, a lot of these fighters, they come from poor backgrounds, tough backgrounds. That doesn't mean every fighter or boxer has to, but it helped. It helped save their lives so they didn't, take the wrong highway and get into something else. Boxing helped them to be able to live the life that they want, right? So Axel Lopez is doing that now, 7-time amateur champion, making his professional debut for the Nolan Brothers Boxing Promotions on November 22nd, and it's going to be happening at the Oceanside Event Center in Revere, Mass. If you happen to want tickets to go to this event, you can contact us here at the Neutral Corner, or Bonato's Boxing, Aaron Bonato, Justin Rudkowski, and we'll make sure you get those tickets. It's a young man that's coming up that we're going to follow his career through his professional boxing debut. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I want to thank everybody that commented on the Neutral Corner. I would like for everybody to go over to the Neutral Corner page and give us a like. Absolutely, Justin. Go over to the Neutral Corner, give us a like, give us a follow, share the page. You have a gym somewhere, anywhere, I would love to have you on the show and talk to you and help promote whatever programs you have going on at your gym or whatever events you have going on at your gym. This is the Neutral Corner. I want this to be your platform to be able to do that. This is your show. It cannot happen without a lot of these boxing pages that are letting me share. People commenting like Matthew and Justin and Alex and Daniel and people commenting on the show, asking questions of the guests. That's what we do here at the Neutral Corner. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in once again. Thank you for commenting. Again, share the show, give us a like. And hey, everything behind a jab, and you're going to be okay. Have a great night.
Right next to me is saying it. You may hear him. Down goes Souza.